Hi, today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of a G-Shock full metal square that I got today from Reed's Jewelers. Let's do it. The reason why I'm wearing these vinyl gloves is that I want to give the watch a thorough inspection before I wear it and I handle it, and I don't want to touch it because if there's a problem, I want to make sure that it's still in new condition. I'm not sure whether I said this or not, but in the intro, but I got it from Reed's Jewelers. The number, I don't know the full number for the watch, the name or whatever it's called. So I'm going to leave that in the comments. But I call this the silver edition, for lack of a better word. And I got this finally. We'll see if it says on the hand tag in the box, but I think the MSRP for these 35th anniversary editions is roughly $500. And a few months ago, these were literally these watches were literally pushing. We'll see here, hopefully, somewhere, $1,000. And Reed's, finally, they have the lowest price that I could see. It's $500, and I was able to get $25 off with a coupon. So, okay, that's just a lot of stuff that is irrelevant. So let's do it. This is just a manual warranty. It's highly questionable. if I would international warranty card. This is I'm pretty sure this is a gray market item. So I doubt I'd be very surprised if they would honor the warranty. Here we go. I want to make sure that the case, the tin, that's the first G-Shock I got from watches.com, had these puncture marks on here. This has it too. Has it here, here. Maybe they all have it. Let me see if it's on the bottom. No. See, most of them were on the underside of this tin, but a lot of them were. When you buy a $850 watch that is a collector's item, you expect to have the tin in pretty good shape, I think, in perfect condition, I would say. That looks okay. I'm not going to go crazy about the defects in the tin. It's just not worth it. It's just, that's just what it is. And see what the hand tag says. I don't want to take it out of its wrapper unless I could do it without ripping it. $500, good. So I got it at slightly less than MSRP, which I am very happy about. And I'm going to actually weigh it unsized. So I'm gonna, after I take this wrapper out, see how it looks. Now, I guess I could have, I'm still thinking about maybe getting the negative display version instead of this. I'm going to see how this looks. I've never really taken it out of the box before. I've never really seen it. But I'm a little afraid of the negative display because I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to see that well with it. See the display that well with it. Okay. Now it'll have some of this, it'll weigh, this is unsized of course, and it'll weigh slightly more because of the plastic and the hand tag. You know, maybe a gram or two more. But let's see what we have. I would say that this is about roughly 140 grams, but let's see what it is. Wow. Wow, that is much heavier than I thought it was, but that's fine. It's a lot heavier than I thought it would be. I'll do a measurement as well. I'll do it diagonally. 40, okay, that's 44. So it's, you know, for a small G-Shock, it's still a fairly substantial watch. Let me see, I think that these are screw pins. Not screw pins, I meant friction pins. I have no clue. Someone else did a video about how to pound these things out. I'll need to find that video myself, and I'll leave a link to that video. I think that there is a very good chance that I'm going to keep this watch and not buy the black negative display version, although I would just really like to see how it looks like. Unfortunately, the nearest Casio store to me is in New York City, and which is I'm in Vermont, so I mean it's not that far, but I don't want to go all the way to New York City to see what these things actually look like. Let me see if there's anything else that I could talk about. This looks, what really bugs the hell out of me is our bracelets with this little, like a big gap. So like this. That really bugs me, and it appears that this bracelet doesn't have which is good. And it appears that this is like curving downward. I don't mean the I mean the clasp, not the bracelet. I think it's pretty impressive. These are all brushed. The links. This is polished. This appears to be brushed as well. I'm not so crazy about polished areas on watches, but you know, what could I do? I wish that the whole thing was brushed, but that's okay. It sort of looks a little bit like a Cylon, like that sort of silvery Cylon. I'm talking about like the old. I'm thinking about the old Cylons in the 70s. They had like the steel Cylons. The polished steel Cylons and the gold Cylons. And I think that the gold ones were like ranking people or ranking robots, but anyway, it's fine. I think it looks pretty cool. It looks cool in sort of like a nerdy way. It's sort of like nerd cool. Casio shock resistant, made in Japan, tough solar, and it has a bunch of cryptic numbers, multi-band 6. This is a milled clasp, which is great. Okay, well, I think that the show and tell is over. It's been real.